just as a recap from last time, everybody, our team of Scraptics from Draketh had gotten first, all equipped from Bits and Bob's workshop. Um, and they made their random encounter roll, which did not go so well this time around, unfortunately. But we don't know what's going to happen with that yet. We'll find out when we start to make our trek back to Drakath. Um, but we made it to this area south of the huge Mesa civilization, Mesa settlement called Rise, into an area called Dustblown. And Dustblown is this huge stretch of buildings um, on the kind of the north and south side of this huge, like clay, sandy, old, dried out dirt, sort of flat area. You can see it basically right in the middle of the map of Avved, for the region of Avved that we're playing in. Um, and because Lorelia and Aunt Peggy had told you that there is a high mines weather station there, and if you could get there, you get access to the weather station. You would have a chance to change the weather for Avved. Maybe make things cooler, maybe increase the precipitation, get some more rain for people so that it's easier to get water, which is always, of course, scarce in the desert, and just be able to change people's lives. And so you made your adventure, I should say, to that area. You got ambushed by some bandits who were basically holed up waiting for somebody like your group to show up. And they made you, I'm just gonna say it, I think a really compelling offer, which was either die, yikes, or live, but give them all of your stuff. And I think, gee golly, an incredible deal. And but before you could make a decision, oh gosh golly, a sand shark burst up from the ground, the sand beneath one of the bandits' feet, and snapped him in half, bit him in half, and then you were suddenly into combat with both the creatures of Aved and this bandit group. You fought your way through. You made it into the weather station in an old abandoned building and went down an elevator that took you seemingly pretty deep, according to Rain's kind of awareness of the situation. When you got down to the bottom, you were introduced to Ekash Caplan, to Rinky Dinkins, and eventually to Royer, who told you that you being there is not okay, but if you let them repair the elevator that Lorelia broke on the way down, that they would let you have the ability to go down to this main server control room and change the weather. They're okay with it at the end of the day because it's going to be interesting data for them to study, and they don't really care what happens in Aved because they just want to study what might occur or what is currently happening. And, other than that, they're not really interested. So, after some tough talk and some aggressive negotiations, as Qui-Gon would say, and we got into a bit of a moment where some defense turrets were deployed, but no one fired, thankfully. And you were eventually able to talk your way into the testing chamber. They showed you this like rapid sequence, like erosion pattern on like a stone outcropping, and then they basically said, okay, it's basically a straight shot from the testing chamber to the main server controls. Head on down and make whatever changes you're going to make. And that's kind of where we left off, right as these sliding doors opened up, and we're showing you sort of like a kind of chill out space, recreation room kind of a thing. That's where we ended. So, any questions or anything from anybody from last time as we begin our session this evening? As I cue up our first music sample of the day.
Well, let's do it.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
One moment. Here we go. Okay. So the door to the living quarters opens before you. And inside, you see a large common area. The floors are an amber color, and the furniture is white, red, and black, and looks extremely cozy and comfortable. Couches and armchairs are arranged in small groups around coffee tables where books sit in small stacks. Off to the left is an open-air kitchen. Several ovens and cooktops stand at the ready with refrigerators humming softly, although these kinds of pieces of technology, while familiar to us, are maybe not quite as familiar to your characters. You see a few game tables off to one side, one with a net stretching across the middle, and another with the small figurines on a grid-like chart painted to look pretty realistic. The lighting here is gentle, with lamps and downlighting casting enough illumination to read or recreate by, not so much as to assault your vision after waking up from a nap. But the room itself is abandoned. It seems like most of the station's workers are in that very first chamber that you entered through. What would you like to do? Oh, and I should mention that you see after the common area, there is another hallway on the far side, down toward which you see it lined up with doors on either side, and then another sliding door at the far end of that.
Ooh.
What were our instructions again to get to where we
Just
had to go?
keep going straight.
And you're going to the main server controls. That's what they told you.
I think at this point, Elson is just staying on task. He's just headed to the back.
I think given the circumstances, that's probably what the entire... Well, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I feel like given the circumstances that would probably be on my mind as well. Just to continue trying to get to the server control room and then get back out.
For sure. Totally get it. Do you want to look around in this room at all, or are we just heading straight for the door on the far side?
I think as we walk in, Tully's kind of looking around, trying his best to figure out what like individual things are, especially like you see that like this is a kitchen, but it's definitely not like our kitchen. So like
For sure.
kind of like like moving around things and looking around like, what do you think all of this is?
Lorelia kind of chimes in from behind you and says, "Oh, well, that's an electric double oven, and you can adjust the temperature here." And she walks over and like boop boop boops a couple of like keys on it, and you see like a heating element inside of it begin to glow as it begins to build up heat.
Would we know what an oven is?
I think so, but maybe not one that's quite as high tech as this one.
We're like at like wood burning oven stage, I'm assuming.
Yeah, give or take. Yeah.
Or maybe I guess magic, so maybe some like magical infused, but definitely not like you like plug in a Kenmore or something like that.
An electric.
No. Yeah. So this is, it's a little foreign for sure to you. Yeah.
What is this? He said electricity?
Oh, Tully, okay, I know what electricity is. And she just like hands on hips as she like looks at you.
How is it doing this? Like, is there some kind of magic involved?
Well, yeah. Yeah, there is. It's sort of like what Tully does with magic, but more controlled. Yeah.
So there's a wizard somewhere, like, on the other side. And you're just...
Sort of, kinda. There was like a wizard like a long time ago who made the way to recreate this. Yeah. and this is a refrigerator, and she goes over and opens the door, and all of you feel like a burst of cold air. And then she pulls out what we would know as like chocolate fudge sickles. And she hands each one of you a fudge sickle. And then
It's
she like
frozen.
Would
like
we
takes-
know what these are?
no, hell no.
No. Okay.
She
Okay,
takes the wrapper. She like takes the wrapper off, and she's like, "It's good." And she like starts eating her, like licking hers.
So this is sustenance.
Just don't like. You probably don't want to eat it really quickly.
Elson
Then.
bites into it before she finishes saying that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just right in. Just right. Great.
Oh, my head
Elson,
hurts.
how is it?
My head hurts. My head
Yeah,
hurts. My head
Are you
hurts.
poisoning him?
Oh,
Are you
no,
is it
I
poison?
know, I'm dying. My
poison.
head. My head. It's
not-
on. It's
Why-
It's
but why is it
freezing.
hurting
My
him?
brain is freezing. And he like falls
No.
to the ground, and he's like,
Oh my God.
he's like roaring
Just
in
like-
pain. And like he's
Just
dropped
like-
his fudge sickle. Ah,
so
oh my God! What's happening? What's happening
She,
to
like-
What
me?
do we do?
She like grabs a cup out of a cupboard above a sink and like runs over and like gets like warm water out of the faucet and hands it. Drink. It's warm water. Drink it. And Jazzy, they weren't in the there are freezers in refrigerators sometimes. Jazzy, in the chat, how dare you?
Are they in the fridge? They're melted.
Absolutely putting me on blast. I said Frit. Oh my gosh.
Yet none of us caught on to that in reality.
No, it's
Sure didn't.
No.
Nope, did not hit that.
We were very much in character because we wouldn't know, right?
He said Frit.
True.
No.
We
Yeah.
wouldn't know what either of those things are.
It's true.
What? Like,
Continuity error.
why did you give us something that causes pain? Elson, are you okay?
I said
And
not to eat
Elson's-
it all at once.
Elson's like, oh, it's stopped.
And it tastes
And there's like
chocolatey
chocolate.
now in
There's
your
like
mouth.
chocolate, like fudge, obviously, all of it because he took a bite out of it. And like there's like a big like, chunk of it out of his fudge sickle, but he just picks it up and just. And then
Billy
just, like-
watches how like excited Elson looks and hands over his fudge sickle to Elson. You could have mine too.
he doesn't want to look like he's like super. He's a little embarrassed by what just happened, but he takes the other fudgesicle and he is now holding two fudgesicles. And he's
Aries gonna
He's-
start opening hers.
and remember, he's got like a sandpapery like tongue, so he's probably taken a lot of fudge off with like each lick.
Oh, for
that he-
sure. Yeah.
So his original fudgesicle is probably gone within like a minute or two.
Okay, seriously, I'm surprised that it was even just a bite.
Why
out of the
did you
fudgesicle,
give an
since
animal
fudgesicles are usually
chocolate?
just this big. I know.
Right.
It's poison.
Jazz, we're gonna need you to relax
Check
on
everything.
calling out
I know.
the anthropomorphized lion here.
And
Let
then
him
Elson
live.
dies
Yeah.
because it was actually poisonous to lions.
He was screaming
Claire-
because of a brain freeze. All right.
So Claire, I guess roll a new character
Yeah.
because I guess Elson's dead.
That's how the first character death happens.
Guess we'll never find out what happened to your brother.
chocolate.
Damn. Brutal.
Oh my god.
Okay, so chocolate fudgesicle, delicious, coming out of the freezer section of the refrigerator, not poisonous to Leonins. Have I covered all of the bases?
Is there
Really?
any
But
how
still,
did you
is
get
there
a
any-
cold?
Is there any still left on my face? I feel like I haven't gotten it all.
Oh,
yet.
Elson, it's all over your fur.
Oh,
But
It's
it's
all
okay.
over your fur. And how did we make it cold? The opposite of the way that we made this box hot, actually. It's almost exactly the opposite thing.
So
Close.
another wizard.
Another
Yeah.
wizard. Mm,
Yeah. That's
okay.
yeah. Yeah, why not?
A freezing wizard.
Well,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wizards can do
Rain
anything.
that.
Yeah.
it's not that impressive.
Can I get a job
Rain can freeze
making
shit.
one of these things cold?
That's true. Maybe there's a mini rain inside of it, keeping things cold.
Rain, as much as I appreciate that offer, I don't know if maybe like this space is the place where you would want to get a job just kind of based on how things have gone here so far.
Mm,
But, let's start with maybe just like, why don't we just sit down? And she walks over to one of the like armchairs and just like sits down and like just melts into the chair.
While we have a mission going on? Okay.
Elson sits
And
down
I'm still taking
gingerly,
my
holding his
fudgesicle.
2 fudgesicles.
Yeah.
One fudgesicle, because you
Wait,
finished one.
True. Did you say that there are bookshelves in this area?
Little like on different
Stacks of
tables and stuff. They're like little stacks of books.
Okay. I think Rain is going to walk over and see if she can read any of the titles on the books. Would she be able to?
Oh yeah. The language is definitely familiar to you. It's in common. And so
Okay.
like you see one that's about just like a book of poetry that someone from the high minds apparently has written. Another one is like a readout of like circuit boards. Not necessarily something that you have a lot of familiarity with, but like you can read all the titles for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe Rain would choose one that looks interesting and just briefly flip through the pages while everyone's chilling, just browsing.
Yeah, for sure. Why don't you tell me like what kind of subject would grab Rain's attention? Like maybe she walks around the area a little bit and kind of looks at the different like stacks of books on tables and chairs and stuff, and like what kind of thing eventually kind of grabs her?
I think she would try and see if they have any information on like magic, since that's what she was a sage for so long, and she loves to learn about new things, and maybe seeing if they have any different information that she hasn't seen before.
I gotcha. Yeah, there's I think maybe what you come across is a book about like mythology and like ancient cultures and societies and like their beliefs about the occult and things like that. You find something kind of along those lines. Yeah. That's not the kind of thing we need to do an investigation check for. You're not like trying to quickly find this or anything. You just, you walk around and kind of poke through the stacks until you find that.
Yeah, where's the BL section? Never mind.
Oh my.
Hey! Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, wow. Do the rest of you, I think Ari said that she was going to go over and just like grab a seat as well. Are Tully and Elson doing the same thing?
Elson has sat with what was 2 fudgesicles and is now half of a fudgesicle and a stick.
Gotcha.
Surprised you didn't just eat the stick. Also, just say.
Good fiber.
Gary's opened hers
Not that dumb.
and has taken it out, but because of all of the, how fudgesicles start melting real quick?
Yeah.
Very fast.
It's starting to run down her hand, and she's just like, what is happening? And she's trying to just lick it. Like, why isn't it keeping form?
Do you need help?
It's
Elson
warming
like
up.
leans in to start licking her hand.
It's warming up, so yeah, you gotta stay ahead of the melt, I guess. What's Tully doing?
So Tully is in the kitchen still with Pascal, just kind of like looking over everything, and then he kind of looks over towards like where Lorelia is sitting and goes, Lorelia, I have a question, but I don't know. This is a lot. Were we ever at this point and it was taken from us, or have we not gotten here yet?
You mean in the history of all of Avved?
I suppose, or modern Draketh. I just how have you guys been sitting on this technology to make people's lives easier, and you've been watching us struggle as long as you have? I don't understand.
She sort of like sits up out of that very relaxed, sort of lean back in the chair that she was doing and kind of leans forward and says, Tully, you've been to a lot of places in Draketh that are targeted by Scraptics, right? So you know that there is advanced technology out in the world that people find and bring back to Draketh or to Fulguros or, you know, wherever, and then utilize that to make their lives easier. That stuff has been here for as long as I know. And I mean, you've been to the Hex. You know the Hex is that giant train car thing. That's ancient and it's been picked pretty clean by this point, but there's still some parts of it that are definitely advanced compared to, you're right, the level of technology that somewhere like Draketh has. So was Draketh itself ever at this stage of technology? That I don't know, but civilizations in Avved were, certainly, and they were doing incredible things. And what led to their downfall, I do not know. I'm just one person.
Struggle. I obviously knew that there were people before us that were more advanced, but it feels different knowing that there's a group of people holding this from us while actively making decisions to make us suffer.
I completely agree. And that's why I did what I did at my station in the Great North Cave and got kicked out for it, because I didn't think that it was right that we were doing what the High Minds are doing. But that's why we're here. We're here to make a change, and one that they can't just snap their fingers and revert back to the way they used to be. It's going to take, it might not be a permanent change, but it's going to be one that lasts for a long time. And maybe that will be the thing that gets the ball rolling on Draketh and its people, and Fulguros and its people, and all of the people of Avved a chance to find their footing and make good for themselves, or at least make better.
Right. Despite my feelings of the this group, I want you to know I don't group you into them. I think you're part of us.
She smiles and kind of gives you like one nod and says, I appreciate that. I'm thankful that the group of people who, well, I'm thankful that any group found me after I got kicked out, because I really don't know how I was going to get out of that cave with all those Saruks in it, if I'm being honest. But I'm glad, especially, that it was your group.
Are most of the people in the High Mind like Ikosh?
That's a good question. She kind of shakes her head and says, I'd say a lot of them. Not all. I mean, there were people who, when I made my complaints to my superiors, there were people who told me that they agreed. So it's not, it's not a 1 versus 99 situation. But I don't know how much bigger that number is.
What has happened to us is a sin. And it is not just one person, but I think the greater sin is not that it happened, but their apathy.
I don't think that she answers that. I don't think she responds to that. I don't know that she would know what to say. She just kind of accepts that.
Yeah, I don't think Elson expected an answer.
Yeah. She kind of looks around and says, "Well, I know we have a job to do here, but I wouldn't mind grabbing a quick rest if..."
Can I wash my... He kind of like references his...
Yeah, she looks around and points over to a door and like, yeah, there's a washroom right there, actually.
Thank you. And he's just gonna go.
Yeah. So this is an opportunity. If your group wants to take it, you do not have to, of course. But if you would like, this is an opportunity for a long rest.
I would love to take a long rest.
Yeah.
Same.
Because I know we had a tough battle just before we got in here. So
Yeah. I was gonna say my
Yeah.
spell slots are a little bit lacking.
lacking for sure, crack-a-lacka.
Crack-a-lackin'.
So if you would like to take a long rest, go ahead and refresh all of that. Full HP, spell slots restored, special once per long rest abilities restored, all that good stuff.
Woo!
Elson will
We get-
have likely curled up like like cats do, with like in a ball on the couch with like his little tail, and he's just and like you just hear
Can we
like
get
snarling and like purring kind of noises as he sleeps.
can we get triple Z's in chat for the long rest, please?
Triple
Z's in
Z.
chat. Triple Z's in
For the
chat.
long rest.
Hey.
When you awaken, Lurelia had gotten up just a little bit before you, and as you all kind of stir, she walks over to each one of your spots that you decided to take a nap in, and hands each one of you a plate with some scramby eggs and bacon and a little glass of orange juice, and says, "Breakfast's on me this time."
Elson doesn't even answer. He just like immediately like consumes, like he puts the whole plate like in his mouth. He doesn't recognize his
cartoon
mouth.
style.
Yeah, he just like eats everything, like and then like bites down on the plate. Oh, this wasn't.
Yeah, not you don't want to. Yeah, that's porcelain. So
Right,
yeah,
that-
don't.
that
Yeah.
hurt a little bit. And
That's no
he
good.
puts
Okay,
the-
cool. I actually knew this was going to happen. So here's a second plate because I
Thank-
knew that you would eat the first one.
Thank you.
There you go. Second plate of food. But yeah, so we are fully long rested, and like I said, the rest of the room, you have that kitchen, you have the little gaming area over to the side. There's a washroom that I'm sure all of your characters made usage of. It was the cleanest thing you've ever seen in your entire life, even post Elson, and. There's just a little hallway. It's not even closed in by a door. It's just like an open air, think like dorm room style hallway that leads down toward the next sliding door. And lined on either side of this hallway are doorways as well. So actually, yeah, very much dorm room style now that, or like dorm hall style, I guess I should say.
Elson,
Are
Wanna
we-
check out the other rooms?
Elson, do you still have a Caplan scent?
Would I, DM? Considering my propensity for scent.
So I'm gonna say we need to make a perception check, and it's
Okay.
been 8 hours because that's how long a long rest is.
Right.
So I've got to put the DC fairly high. I'm gonna say 17.
All right. Perception. I don't think my perception is particularly high.
First
but-
roll of the night, guys.
First roll of the night.
Oh, I lied. My perception. It's always. I always mess up my perception for something else. All right. I need everybody in chat to like rub your hands together, like, and praise all of the gods. And I need you to call the dice a very, very, very good
Very
girl.
good
I'm even
girl.
going to give it a
Very
shimmy.
good girl.
So I'm going to do a
We
little
want to win
shimmy
this one.
here for the
We
dice.
want to win this one.
Like, hey, dice, remember me? It's me. I'm Claire. Okay? You're a very, very good girl.
Thank you.
Yes.
Not good enough, sadly.
Not good enough,
14.
unfortunately, not. Yeah, it's just been a little bit too long. You think you have it for a second, and then it's like a sneeze that goes away.
So it's like, wait, I think. And he just sneezes and says, "No, I got it. Sorry."
I was gonna see if you could find his bed.
I would have peed in it.
We could tear it up a little bit.
I would have peed in it.
You hear his voice, Ekosh's voice actually comes in over a loudspeaker and says, "Oh, sure. Feel free to avail yourselves of our amenities. Dinkin says it'll take most of a day to finish repairing the damage you did to the elevator. So sure, yeah, I'm so glad you seem rested. Would you mind scooting? Let's go." And like over in a corner, there's like a little black like orb security camera thing from a ceiling.
I wanted to say Jazz is in rare form today, but they're not, and yet it's still just fun to tear up the bed. Yeah, Elson and Tully are about to tear some shit up. They learned from Peggy.
Learn from my
You
dad.
tell me, are we heading on down the hallway?
Scooching on.
Yeah.
We have our
Yeah.
we took our capsules. We have
Yeah,
capsules.
containment
with us.
capsules. Sure did.
Ooh, what are you
Do you
taking?
guys think we should grab anything from here for the capsules? I mean,
Are
I
they
feel like
temperature
bits and
controlled?
bobs.
For no reason in particular, as he like goes back to the freezer to see if there are more fudgesicles.
From a great distance away, you hear Bits and Bob's voice float across the wind, and you hear one of them say, "Oh yeah, they're totally temperature controlled. Whatever you put in there is going to stay at the exact same temperature it was when you opened the capsule. So as soon as you close it, it's all good."
Elson, you do realize though that if you put the fudgesicles in the capsules, you cannot consume them.
Can't
later.
consume them.
Yeah, you don't
but
get them back.
other people can.
That's true.
Ah, you want to share the glory of the fudgesicle.
Bits and Bobs could then theoretically recreate fudgesicles.
That's what
Ooh.
Elson is thinking. How many fudgesicles can he fit in a containment capsule?
I'm gonna say a box worth, so like 12.
How many
Is there a
fudgesicles
box
are in
in
this
there?
freezer?
Oh, you got like 3 or 4 boxes.
He grabs a box and
Okay.
puts it into the container, and then opens another box and takes out 2 fudgesicles, and he's holding those with one paw, and he's just going to be licking those as he goes. He's really all about these fudgesicles.
I love it. Please make sure to make a note that you took a box of fudgesicles as one of your containment capsule things, because I will totally forget that, even though it's hilarious.
We each have 2 containment capsules, right? Isn't that the way that
That's
it?
correct.
So
Yep.
1 capsule equals box of fudgies. Smiley face. Okay, got it.
The fudgies.
I think chat is requesting a slight bump in your audio there, Claire.
Might be so. Okay,
Yeah.
let me. Sorry, I think I might have accidentally lowered my mic too far.
There you
Let
go.
me know if that's better.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Cool.
Love it.
Cool. Fuck. Whatever. Maybe I should turn it back
Well,
down.
I had you at 200% anyway. Oops.
All right, perfect.
They're saying that
Sorry,
so
y'all.
much, but there we go. No, you're good. Okay, so yeah, we are scooting on down the hallway. As you enter into this, again, just open hallway, you see that next to each one of the doors on either side, there are nameplates on the doors. As you continue, kind of on down, you see one that says Wayland Tross. You see another one that says Annabeth Aithwin. You see another one that says Gorback Ernst. The names slide past your eyes as you continue on down until you come across a few that seem more familiar. Rinky Dinkins, Penelope Royer, and finally, at the very end of the hallway, 'Ekosh' Caplan.
The fudgies.
What do you think?
Fudgies.
What do you think?
Guys, do you want to see if this door can open?
I wish we had a
Hell
Before
road.
yeah.
anything else,
It's his room.
before anything else, please, everybody, make your choice of an investigation, a perception, or an arcana check. The DC is 8 on this.
What do I have? You said investigation.
Perception or arcana.
Investigation. Oh, I'm better with perception. Okay.
15.
11.
Nat 20, baby!
Heyo!
First nat 20 of the night!
Let's go!
Oh, shit.
Mine was 23.
23.
Oh my goodness. Okay, it's great rolls all around, everybody.
Yeah.
So each of you notices as you step into this hallway, especially down toward the end where you're sort of like standing very much kind of in between like Rinky Dinkins's room to the left and Penelope's room to the right, and then Ekash Kaplan's room is just like slightly ahead of you on the right hand side. You look up and notice there are no cameras in this hallway. None cameras.
Guys, are you interested
Left
in
beef.
possibly looking in this particular room right here as I point to what's his name?
Ekash?
So
Gosh.
So the
Ekash.
three rooms you have access to are Rinky Dinkins, Penelope Royer, and Ekash Kaplan.
Okay, who were Rinky Dinkins and Penelope?
Rinky
again?
Dinkins was the gnome who's working on fixing the elevator. Ekash
Right, he
is
was-
the cunt. And I don't remember Penelope.
Penelope.
I don't know. If I-
Royer is the one who talked to you about the testing chamber.
Right, okay,
holograms.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah. She was like trying to talk to you about them, and then kept getting like cut off by Kaplan, basically.
Yeah, she had some good information.
Yeah.
And Rinky,
Yeah.
Rinky was nice.
Yeah,
to
Rinky was nice.
Tully
He's
specifically.
anxious, but yeah, he's not.
Was very nice to Tully.
Rinky is also the one actually fixing the elevator, so I would assume that Tully might be curious to go into Rinky's room to see what kind of bits and bobs might be in there.
No, they're
And we
back in
check out all of
Draketh.
them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. That's fair.
Elson is just gonna try Ekash's door. He's just curious if it's unlocked.
Okay. Let me scroll on down. It is unlocked as you go to approach it. Just a simple. This isn't a sliding door like the other sort of access ways. It's just a standard old doorknob. So you turn and the door opens inward.
Tully.
Yeah.
And he kind of nods and shows him that the door is unlocked and pushes it open.
Okay.
He doesn't
Many of
enter yet.
those-
He just pushes it open and kind of stares at Tully with like a kind of a smirk.
Sure.
How many of those fudge sickles did you eat?
And he's already, in the span of time since they left there to like where they're at now, he's eaten one, but he's still got one left. And he just kind of holds it up.
I don't see any toilets if we have to make a mess.
I don't know. I've eaten so many fudgesicles. I definitely feel my tummy rumbling a little bit.
Where's Lorelia during all of this, by the way?
She's just standing back behind your group and is like, kind of. I don't know. I think she's a little confused. Honestly, I think that's maybe where she is right now. I'm gonna say she's confused.
I say
Elson's
we
gonna...
look around and
Yeah.
see if there's any good
Totally, I can hold it.
information
I
first.
can hold it. Yeah.
Think of a present on the way out.
Nothing quite like a leonine turd to wake you up in the morning. And he's gonna walk into the room and just kind of look around.
Got it. Okay. Is anybody going into Penelope or Rinky's room?
I'd like
Ari was
to
actually
see-
going to turn to Rain and ask if she would want to check out Penelope's room because Penelope
Yeah.
seems to have a lot of info, so there
Yeah,
could
it'd
possibly
be
be more books or
interesting.
more things in there.
For sure.
For sure.
What did you say, Soup? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was also going to look in there. I think
Okay.
Rain agrees with this and wants to see if there's any any secrets around.
I got it. I love it.
So we're gonna try the doorknob and see if that door is unlocked.
It is indeed. All of the both the doors that you've tried so far have been unlocked. Is Tully going to Caplan's room or is Tully going to Rinky's room? Because I know there was a mention of that earlier, but I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm just asking.
No, I think seeing everybody else go to the other two rooms, Tully will go into Rinky's room just to double check with Pascal.
Okay. So
give Elston some privacy while he
figures out what to do.
I'm gonna kind of bounce around a little bit. So let's go Royer's room first. So Rain and Airy head into Royer's room. And you know Royer, of course, the least out of Dinkins and Caplan, but as you step inside, you see a room that is like really dedicated to her job in the High Mines. On the right side wall is a banner of that winged eye that you've seen on the uniforms. The eye and its border of the flag are in this like pale blue color, and then the rest of it is just a stunning white. So just like two-tone kind of a flag of that winged eye. The bed is made to perfection. I mean, like steamed. It's so clear. A single pillow rests on top of the cover that is like tightly tucked in beneath the bunk. You can see a footlocker underneath the bed's frame, and it looks like Penelope has already hung up her clothing for tomorrow on a hanger that's hanging off of the knob of a simple dresser. There's a desk along the left side wall, organized and cleanly laid out, and you see an electronic tablet laying in the middle of that desk on top of a pale green silicone mat illuminated by a small lamp.
Rain will be drawn towards the desk. There's nothing else on the desk, just the tablet?
You see just a couple of writing utensils. You see a pencil and an ink pen laying off to one side, like perfectly aligned with one another. But that's really it. Just a lamp, a silicone mat, and that tablet.
Is a tablet like a notebook, or like a tablet like an electronic tablet?
Think like iPad or an Android tablet or something like that. Just a crystal black rectangle.
Is it like similar enough to the sheath that we've seen to where we would maybe be able to connect them in our minds?
I think so. I think it definitely looks enough like that crystal that's in the sheath that you're like, oh, maybe kind of the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. I think Rain would maybe walk over and she would be very careful not to touch anything, because it seems very nice and perfect, and maybe just seeing if there's any way she can activate the tablet.
So the surface of it is just like that deep black of the crystal from the sheath. But as you get close to it, like as you sort of lean down, it's almost like it detects your presence and it illuminates. You see horizontal lines begin to flash across the screen, and then writing appears, neat and orderly. Penelope Royer, daily log. My newest extrapolation model is nearly finished. As long as the atmospheric data retrieved by Wayland is verified, I can begin test model applications within the next 10 days. Caplan is skeptical. Apparently, changes made to dew point and regional relative humidity have slightly decreased water condensation rates in and around Draketh. Still, I believe my model will reveal interesting erosion patterns on Draketh's namesake mountain that might shift local interest toward mining. And then it kind of sort of not fades off, but she sort of like goes into some other thoughts. It begins to delve into details about what she's talking about, and then a doodled, like hand doodled table with facts and figures and equations that rapidly eclipses your knowledge. And I'm happy to reread any of that you would like, because I know I went kind of fast.
Can you reread her actual log entry?
Yep. My newest extrapolation model is nearly finished. As long as the atmospheric data retrieved by Wayland is verified, I can begin test model applications within the next 10 days. Caplan is skeptical. Apparently, changes made to dew point and regional relative humidity have slightly decreased water condensation rates in and around Draketh. Still, I believe my model will reveal interesting erosion patterns on Draketh's namesake mountain that might shift local interest toward mining.
The way she writes about us, it's like, I mean, we obviously knew her subjects being studied, but it just feels so wrong.
I don't actually understand what the study like says. It's just that like is it just that there's a shift and
There's been some shift in the weather that's changed the condensation that they think is going to drive the people of Draketh to try mining more.
To try
for
mining,
resources.
but so it got rid of water more.
Something, yeah.
Because of
Recent
then
changes, recent changes have reduced the amount of condensation, and Royer thinks that her model, like the changes that she's proposing, could help to cause more erosion to the mountain that might shift people's interest into mining the mountain.
Into mine, but she doesn't say like what's there to mine. She doesn't know like.
Does not specify. But she must think it's worth it, or otherwise, she wouldn't be, coming up with something that might shift the interest in that direction. Theoretically. I'm going to hop over, and we can always come back. We don't have to be done with Royer's room, of course, but I'm going to hop over to Tully in Rinky's room. So through the door is a site that borders on the same level of chaos as Aunt Peggy's office, Tully, as you enter into it. Storage racks are crammed against the walls and stacked haphazardly with components, boxes, and tools. You also see a couple of damaged sheaths lying on a workbench. Clearly a repair project of some kind. The sheaths both have damage in different spots. One has a $50 sized hole punched clean through it, and the other has metal scarring along the top centered around that black crystal.
Can I do an investigation check to see if there's anything else that would really catch my eye, or is that like the main?
No, I mean, absolutely. I'll give you Arcana, History, or Investigation. Your choice.
I'll do Investigation. Is pretty good.
Okay.
Mother, fuck. That's a 1.
That's a 1.
Not 1.
Yeah. As you start to look through like the workbench area, because I'm sure that's where Tully is drawn. You come across some like fairly basic tools. Like there doesn't seem like this guy's using anything particularly special to work on these sheaths. Yeah, and you try a drawer, but it's locked.
Could Tully figure out how to? Okay, so the crystal is broken on one, but it's good on the other one. Could Tully pop the crystal on the broken one from the other one and have a working sheath? You
can make an Arcana check. I will give you an Arcana check. The DC is going to be 35.
Holy guacamole! So the answer to
You're-
that is no.
You're asking to do an extremely complex thing.
How about a 9?
I'm not, so close. In the grand scheme of all numbers, so close.
Right by each other, honestly.
That was just
right
the
by
first
each
digit,
other.
though.
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's so cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, you sit down briefly and like grab a couple of tools, and you like begin to like put like a tiny pry bar underneath one of the crystal displays, and then you're like, no, no, and you just like put the tools back down. What am I
Okay.
doing?
Suddenly rolled a D100. Oh, everything's kind of fucked in here. I think
We could still put them. Wait, no.
Tully wants to like. I think he would want to take the sheaths, but he probably want to consult the rest of the group first. Because I don't think it would be in Tully's nature to like steal something out of someone's room that was so nice to him.
Sure.
So it's like he's kind of like conflicted between like, damn, that's probably one of the best things we could pop into one of the capsules, but also like he gave me a thumbs up when he was working on the elevator. That's a potential another friend.
That's true.
So,
That's true.
I like that you're
Yeah.
going off of the thumbs up. What has Arc Raiders taught us?
Ah.
Not everybody is friendly, and people will shoot you anyway.
Rinky Dink was friendly.
So
Poor Rinky.
He did. Don't shoot.
So with all of that in mind, what is Pascal's intelligence? He has an intelligence bonus, doesn't he? I believe. Oh no, he has a -3 intelligence.
Oh.
Yeah, he's
What?
I don't think he's
What it-
smart.
Yeah, he's not, because he's just a construct, because he's just a robot.
Yeah.
However, if you
Oh.
would like to roll to have him do the same sort of searching check that you did, you can make that, and we'll just, whatever it is, it'll be at a -3.
You got nothing to lose at this point.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
What if you get a nat 20 on this? That'd be so funny.
That would be insane.
All right, everyone, rub your hands together. Oh,
boy.
nope.
These fucking rolls, dude.
Well, it's
Yeah,
because you're not
unfortunate-
calling the dice a very good girl, Odin. You're
Yeah.
slacking.
Mm.
You didn't give it a shimmy before you started.
I offered the dice a kiss.
Would you like a little kiss?
You want a
Mwah.
little
Mwah.
smoochie or something?
Pascal beeps and boops a little bit as he kind of like walks around the room and like lets out little like puffs of steam and stuff, and then he just like walks back out into the hallway and sort of stands there.
You too? Yeah, me too. It's okay. Thank you for trying, buddy.
And we're gonna hop over to Elson and Ekash Caplan's room. Caplan's room is the last one on the right before the next area sliding door, as I'd mentioned before. The door opens to a short hallway, leading you to believe his room must be larger than the rest of the team's, just based on the way that it's laid out. There's a bench on one side of the entryway, several pairs of identical boots standing at attention with a single pair of fuzzy black slippers waiting on the bench's cushion. Past the short hallway, the room opens up into an apartment-sized dwelling. A sitting room is bordered by a kitchen, and up a couple of steps is a bed with a nightstand to one side. Past the bed, you see two doors, one slightly ajar and gleaming white tiles inside. And the other door is shut completely.
Does anything stick out in terms of tech as he kind of walks from the entryway towards, like, you know, the main living area? Is there anything that might draw his attention. He's like trying to, he's very much like a learn about your enemy kind of person. Like that's just his history, like with like tracking and trying to, do what he does. And so he does want to, as much as he, hates this guy, he wants to learn more about him.
Okay. Nothing like, there's no big like blinking glowing display board or something like that that's like really overt. And really the only like storage compartment is that nightstand next to his bed, I would say.
He's gonna check the nightstand. He's just gonna like see if there are any drawers
That's
or anything.
risky.
Okay.
You don't care.
Nightstands next to their bed.
As you walk over to the nightstand, you slide open the single drawer, and inside you find an arc node. That same piece of super valuable tech that Lurelia said you would need to access the main server control, like to change the weather.
He's gonna take it
Without hesitation.
Okay.
And as he does that, he's going to go over again to where he saw the two doors. He's going to start by checking the door that was slightly, you said it was slightly ajar, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to
just
push that one open.
Yep. Inside you see a surgically clean bathroom. A toilet seat that has a little pulsing like flame symbol on a little like attachment next to it, and several extremely plush towels, but not much else.
Does it have a bidet?
It does.
Would Elsa know what a bidet is?
I don't think he would. No.
Does it stick out in a way? I mostly want to see if I can like find a way to get him to try the bidet. Like,
yes, Elson's stomach is rumbling still from the fudge.
True, but he has more of a plan for that.
You might be interested to push that little glowing flame button and see what happens.
Yeah, Elson is he like looks over this. Like, would he recognize it as a toilet? I guess I don't know, like, what in Draketh that they use,
so.
like, if they have plumbing or if, like, we shit in holes or stuff like that.
For sure. I think there's a story-appropriate amount of water that allows for indoor plumbing.
Okay, so he's going to touch that button.
Okay. As you do, the seat of the toilet begins to, like, glow a little red, and you can feel just like a little heat rising off of it, and the water inside of it, the like little droplets go into the water, and it like lets out like a lavendery smell.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. He says. I think Elson shits in the sand, and the desert is his litter box. The desert is his litter box. True.
The whole world's a litter box.
Yeah,
Elson.
when you're Elson.
Yeah.
All right. As fascinated as he is by that, he's going to turn it off, and he's going to go check the other door.
Now this door is not open.
He's going to see if it's on.
I'm going to need a sleight of hand check. DC 10.
I don't know if
now,
Elson is very stealthy.
You are not the only member of your party who can attempt this, so if you don't get in, you can always, phone a friend, so to speak.
Yell for one of us.
Yeah, he's got a +0 to sleight of hand. Dice, you're a very good girl. You're a very good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Good girl.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. 12. Nice.
Hey.
Woo.
Yeah, with a little like little fingernail claw, you kind of stick it in the lock and like jiggle a little bit, and you're able to get that sucker to pop open.
Wow, that never works.
Inside, you find a rather austere study. A solid-looking wooden desk with a leather-backed rolling chair sits in front of a large crystal black screen with a keyboard. On one wall hangs a lute made of a very light material, but colored in bright splashes of pinks, blues, white, and yellow.
He's You said it's a study. Are there any books or anything in here? Anything that he could check the spines of?
Not really. It
Okay.
seems like it's very much
Okay.
that desk focused.
He's going to sit in the chair.
Okay.
Test how comfy it is.
It's very comfy, but you're far too large.
Darn. He's going to get out of the chair. And he's going to try touching the keyboard. Like just tapping a key.
For sure. As soon as you do, that display, much like the one in Royer's room did for them, that display illuminates. A pleasant scene of a green pasture appears. It is by far the most verdant image you have ever seen. On the display, after just a moment, some small squares appear with words, as though labeled. And the one that catches your eye says independent contractors.
He's going to click into that if he can.
Yep. You're able to sort of stumble your way through that process. As you open this file, several entries appear. Again, listed out in common in language that you can read. And they say, Last Tier's Restoration Force. Number 2, Oasis Imperium. Number 3, The Faithful of the Obelisk. Number 4, The Defiant Claws.
He's going to start from the bottom and work his way up.
So Defiant Claws first?
Yeah.
As you click into that, the screen flashes very briefly, and I need you to make a perception check.
Oh dear. That is a 9.
Okay, so I have to double check what my DC is. Okay, that is good enough. So just before the message that says password required pops up, that file opened just like a blink of it, and your eyes caught 2 words and 2 words only. Leonin Outcasts.
Ooh.
And now it says password required.
Correct.
I think Elson would know that it's not very likely, but seeing those words are gonna like get him excited enough that he's gonna start like looking around to see if there's like any chance in hell he can find something that, like, whether it's a notepad or see if this guy is like dumb enough that like he leaves his passwords out.
Oh, gotcha.
Like has like a notepad somewhere with like passwords for.
You look and you search and you lift the keyboard up and look under it. You lift up the mouse pad and look under it, and there's nothing. There's no sticky note. There's no notepad. There's no chalk marking or scratched reminder on the desk or anything like that.
Just out of curiosity, he's gonna try to click on one of the other files, see if he also gets hit with the password required. Okay.
It does, and this time the files do not flash on the screen very briefly beforehand.
Because he wants that information.
Are you yelling out to any of us, by the way?
He hasn't yet.
Like, is anyone okay?
Tully! At that point, he's going to walk out and look for Tully. I need you.
So he pops his head out of the other room. Yes.
He asks him to follow him and leads him to the study.
I'm I didn't have any fudgesicles. I don't know if I.
Do you have any idea how I can get into this? And he's just like very frantically like pointing at the computer. Where
And
it
you
says
see the
password
same
required.
you see the same entries on the little list, Tully. Last Tier's Restoration Force, Oasis Imperium, the Faithful of the Obelisk, and the Defiant Claws.
Would I have recognized the name, the Defiant Claws? Just based on like the traveling and research and stuff that I've done.
Make a history check.
What is my
Elson or Tully, you're welcome to make the same check if you'd like.
The dice are a very good girl.
You're
So what
such a
was
good
the,
girl.
There was something Oasis Restoration. Is that what it was?
The Oasis, Last Tier's Restoration Force, Oasis Imperium, the Faithful of the Obelisk, and the Defiant Claws.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay.
This was investigation.
History.
History.
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Nasty,
Finally.
filthy 20.
So, I will say that, I think both of you, and actually, Elson, I would even make the argument that given who you are, I think you could make this with advantage.
Okay. Let's see if I can
if
get
you would
lucky.
like.
Dice, I don't think you heard me. You're such a good girl. Even worse.
Yes, Queen. Okay. Well,
No queen.
no Queen. Snow Queen. So I don't think Elson, it's not like maybe you're just too excited in this moment to like really be grounded enough to remember. But I think Tully, you have been around Avved for long enough that you have heard of this group, the Defiant Claws, are a small, like, mercenary force of Leonin who have been, for whatever reason, kicked out of their various prides.
Okay.
They are known to be particularly lethal.
Tully,
Elson, is that?
I need to find these. I need to find these Defiant Claws. It is imperative that I find them very, very soon.
Okay. Let's try to crack this. Can Tully roll an investigation to see? I don't even know like how to like approach this, but I guess like to see if there's a password laying around or if he can figure out like how to crack.
You search much the same way that Elson did for a password that just has been left out, but there isn't one. You can make an Arcana check to try to hack this computer if you would like, but the DC, much like the other thing, is going to be 35.
Holy Jesus. Roll your first digit. Can
I
we hear
think
this
the-
conversation going on, by the way? Or
I
are
don't.
they
If
too
you
far
if
into
the
room?
if the two of you are still in Royer's room, I don't think you can. You probably heard Elson call out for Tully, but I don't think that you, unless you want to say that you followed them into Caplan's room, which I would be fine with.
All right.
I wanted to yell something out, but it would make no sense if I haven't heard all of this.
Nat 20 time. Let's go.
Oh, I thought you'd actually rolled it.
Dice, you're a very good girl. Fuck!
Somebody clip that.
It's a
She's
15.
naughty today.
It needs to be
14.
a
No,
sound
it's a
bite.
oh no,
14.
it's 15. 15.
15. Unfortunately,
Halfway there.
yeah, it's just tech that's beyond your experience. Like, you're probably smart enough to be able to do it, but you just don't have the background to know what to even do.
Yeah, I don't know like where to even start with it.
Yeah.
Wait, where to even start in the fact that it needs a password, or where to even start to try and find?
No, to start to try to find a password, I think he has that ability, but to like hack a password,
Oh, hack. I got
yeah,
you.
no way.
Also
Jumping
had-
back over to Royer's room. So just to sort of get the group back together, if that's what we want to do, Rain and Airy, are you continuing to poke around in here, or what are you doing?
What else was there in this room?
A very clean bed with a footlocker underneath it, and a big flag with that winged eye symbol on it, and then really kind of not much else. There was an outfit that was laid out on a dresser.
What's a footlocker?
It's like a low profile storage container that you can fit underneath a bed.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
I would like to walk up to that and
maybe.
open it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sleight of we'll both try and attempt to crack in to that.
Oh,
Hey,
not
Rain,
even.
look, there's a little box under there. Or, I don't know if it's little. There's a box under there. Maybe we can see if there's anything in there.
Not even.
Yeah.
Not even locked. Totally unlocked.
Even locked.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
these people are very trustworthy with each other.
As
I guess you
you
might have to be if you're living down here.
as you go to open that footlocker, a couple of things are immediately noticeable. You find a couple of containers of like foundation that
Like makeup?
apparently like makeup, like
Okay.
that Royer's apparently using. You find a couple of like hair ties and scrunchies and things like that as well. And kind of buried under those is a gunsmithing kit.
Like to repair a gun?
Make a history check. And you're, of course, welcome to do so as well, Soup.
Mm,
History.
I'm going to say, based on all of your backgrounds, the DC for this is going to be like a 7.
7.
10.
There you go.
Oh wait, what was it? History check?
History.
Oh, 10.
Woo.
Oh, okay. Cool. Perfect.
20.
20. You as you're like taking a look and kind of opening this like pouch of tools and different like devices and components and stuff, not so much to fix a gun or to clean a gun, but something that can be used to enhance a gun, something that can be used to upgrade a gun.
Ooh.
Enhance mechanically or magically?
Mechanically, I'll say.
Hey, maybe we should show this to Tully. Maybe he would know how to use it.
That's what I was thinking too. Should we call him over or because we don't know
I don't
that
know.
we just heard that Elson called Tully over, right?
Yep.
Okay. And we don't know what they're doing in there. Hey, Tully! Tully, we found something that might interest you.
He pokes his head out of the room that he's in. Yes.
We found something that might interest you. Do you want to see it?
Okay. He goes over to Elson and he kind of leads Pascal and he puts Pascal's hand on Elson's back in like a comforting way of like,
Sure.
I'll be right. And
Does it hurt?
He runs into the next room.
It hurt. It's
Does it
slightly
hurt?
I can imagine it would
It's like a
hurt
massage.
Elson.
No, gentle.
Elson barely feels it.
Pascal, a little to the right, There we go. Yeah, that's perfect. He starts purring.
Tully, you walk in and you find a gunsmithing kit that you think you may very well be able to use to upgrade your pistol.
Tully's jaw fucking drops. Oh, thank you. This is going to be very, very handy.
Taste it.
Is he able to use it right now, by the way? Or
It will need to be used over his next long rest.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
But once applied, that will give you a +1 to hit and a +1 to all damage with your pistol from now on.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay. Well, I will scoop that thing up. Is it small enough that I can just pop it in like my pack kind of thing?
Absolutely. Yeah, 100%.
Okay, cool.
Yep. It's like the size of a fanny pack.
We're struggling with getting into one of those the machines that that asshole was sitting in front of. Elson seems really upset. I want to help him get in there. Do you two think that you could come and take a look, maybe?
Yeah, totally. I want to make a little side comment though. I think it's really funny that Tully is like, hell yeah, and then takes his toolkit to upgrade his weapon when he kept going back and forth about whether or not to take a sheath.
Right.
Well, this one
like,
was.
I don't know. That's kind of stealing, and she was helpful as well with some info.
That's true.
But this is for his gun. This is gun.
That's true.
Yeah.
He can cast a better gun.
His favorite spell.
Yeah.
As you oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying, like Jess said, like I think Rain is like, oh, these people have so much, they have like they're not gonna care if we take their things because they just seem like they can replace.
They can simply make more.
They can simply make more.
Yeah.
As Rain and Ari and Tully return back into Caplan's study, you see this again illuminated screen. You see all the names of these different groups that have been, independent contractors. Sort of implies that they've been hired at some point by the High Minds. And if both of you want to make an Arcana check, DC 35, to try to hack this password, you are more than welcome to. To be clear,
35.
If you get a natural 20, something goes as well as it could.
Right.
It goes as well as it could based on your character and skills and everything else.
Well, womp womp.
Dice, you are very good them.
You're a very good them. You're a very good they.
Very good them.
They.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the dice clearly uses neo pronouns. We got that way wrong.
As
I'm sorry, I
as Rain sits down to start punching stuff in on this computer, it just deactivates.
Oh no! Right before I was gonna, what's this guy's name again? I'm so sorry.
Ekosh
Caplan.
Ekosh. Right before I was gonna say, have you tried Caplan rules?
42069 Caplan.
Yeah.
Pascal starts patting Rain on the back too.
Yeah, unfortunately, totally inactive now.
Elson goes, damn it! And he roars and he doesn't want to make it seem like he's mad at Rain, but he has to walk out of the room. He's really upset that he didn't get the information.
Sorry.
Where's Lorelia during all of this?
She was standing outside of Caplan's room in the hallway, kind of sticking her head in and watching, sort of, but not going in the room.
Elson's gonna walk out to her. Would you know what piece of the tech in there contains the files? And he's essentially asking if they were to break the thing open, would she know what parts were the hard drive or whatever?
Sure. The equivalent. Yeah, I got you. She says, no, it's devices like the one you're talking about are made holistically. You can't separate the pieces and have them work independent of each other.
Wow.
Like how removing your heart would make it stop.
We do have a bag of holding.
True. You could throw it in the bag of holding.
Holding.
I need this information, and Ekosh is not going to give it to me.
No, he wouldn't get no.
Would anyone back in Draketh even know how to access this information
Fair
if we were
question.
to take this?
If anyone could, Bits and Bobs could.
It's better to take it and try than to not.
We have to try.
guess.
I need this information. They know something. And he's like really growling under his breath. They know
Oh, I
something.
thought he was already trying to like
Yeah.
disconnect everything.
Lorelia walks back in the room with you, and she looks like visibly uncomfortable to be here, but she's doing it. And she helps you disconnect wires and everything, and then as you hold, I'm sort of, I don't want to make this assumption for you, but I'm assuming this is how it's going.
Yes.
You hold the bag of holding, the timber of holding open, I should say, and into that squirrel's mouth you slide the entire desktop display, like an iMac, kind of. It's all self-contained.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was
that's
envisioning, but yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good
yeah,
to
yeah.
get that confirmation.
In there. Do you take the keyboard
Oh yeah. He's taking everything.
into the squirrel mouth? All of
In
that.
the mouth,
Great.
not the other way.
No, sealed up down
Not
there,
up the butt.
unfortunately. Not up the
Okay,
butt.
I didn't. We
And
never
around the
covered
corner.
where the stuff went in the scroll.
Couldn't possibly. Okay. Back in the hallway, you turn and look up toward that end sliding door, and much like the testing chambers exit had a glowing sign that said, recreation area, common room above it. This one has a bright glowing red word that says archives.
There's
There was
one
a-
more thing I wanted to do right as we were leaving the room, if that's okay.
Oh yeah,
We're
go
gonna
ahead.
shit in his bed. Gotcha.
Actually no, Elson's gonna shit in his black fuzzy slipper.
Performance check, please.
Yes. How do you perform this shit?
So Elson's gonna say, wait, before we go, hold on a second. And
Please roll an out one.
he is going to wait for everyone to leave the room, and then he's gonna close the door behind him. Oh, you have a +2 to performance? That's crazy.
Is he
Please roll
doing
an
what I
out
think
one.
he's doing?
I fear.
Dice.
Yes.
You're a very good
Entity.
You're a very good entity. I'm not going to assume your gender. You're a very good entity. Dirty 20. Let's fucking go.
God.
Let's fucking go, baby. Let's fucking go. We got it right.
Our scene fades to black.
Damn it!
As Elson fills these slippers full of shitters.
Now, what kind
So-
of poop is it?
It's
That's
you,
important.
you know
It's a
what?
solid
It's
turd.
you know what? It's been cool for D&D, everybody. Thanks for that. Thanks for everything. Catch you next. No.
And before he leaves, he is gonna go over like, oh, it's gonna kind of click with him, and he's gonna go over to the bidet and wash his ass before he leaves.
All the fur.
He goes,
Wow,
oh,
very bad.
like as it hits his ass. Oh,
But so warm. Though,
Yeah.
Because you hit the little flame symbol first. So warm. Nice
Yeah.
warm.
he just wasn't expecting
Smells
that.
like
He just
lavender.
yeah. He comes out smelling of lavender.
Oh, it's wonderful too.
Mhm.
As you exit that room and back out into the hallway, the doors to the archive slide open as I reveal our map.
Sorry, I have one more too. Totally.
Oh my god!
Totally wanted to mention the sheaths.
Oh yeah.
There's two broken sheaths in Ricky's room. I thought about putting him in a capsule, but he was so nice. I feel bad stealing.
All right, can someone remind me again what the sheaths are?
Sheath is
That's
the
like
device
the
you found in the
thing.
hex.
The main tool that we
Oh.
use with the map and all that.
It's the
broken
smartphone.
ones.
Oh, I'll take them if you're not going to.
I feel bad. Thank you, Rain.
Can you fit both of them in a
course.
single capsule?
Sure can. Definitely small enough.
All right, I'll take one capsule and fill that up.
Again,
With
please
the
make
bits
two
and
notes
bobs
of
will
that
be-
if you would, please.
Bits and Bobs will enjoy those. Wait, we didn't even think to try to use the sheath on the computer.
The computer's shut down
Yeah,
anyway, so
Yeah.
All right, we gotta remember that though.
good call.
As I reveal our map.
Ooh.
Map reveal.
Oh.
Woo.
Yeah, it's
You
giving
step
very
into-
Fallout 4 vibes.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
In through the door, you see this long room lined on both sides by gray and black servers, illuminated with blue and greenish lighting. You see blinking green lights and blinking red lights, illuminating and then darkening in some sequence that defies your understanding, but just seemingly continues silently. The floors here are white panels again, unlike the amber ones from the hallway and rest area you just came from. They're similar to the ones in the testing chamber, but without the crystals. The lighting here is bright, much brighter than the rec room and sleeping quarters hall. Caplan's voice comes over the speaker. Finally. Took you long enough to get moving again. Welcome to the archive. Don't touch anything, please. The main server control is in the next chamber after this. Go there and you can make whatever weather changes you want. And then, and the voice goes away. As you make your way into... Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was just gonna have a technical question and ask why myself and Elson are much smaller than everybody else.
Oh, because
Oh.
when I spawn in the minis, they like seemingly randomly resize sometimes.
Okay, I was like,
Oh.
I am the same height as Tully. Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Yeah, look at how little Elson is.
Yeah, Elson,
That's
a
the
wee
beauty.
bab.
Oh boy.
There we go. So we are of course at this time not in combat or anything, so you're welcome to freely move your character around the map at your leisure. But as you step into the room a bit further, you notice that there are little alcoves on either side of the room. There are black screens above fixed keyboards connected together like lecterns. You see 4 terminals in all, 2 across from each other, with one bay toward the front of the room where they enter, and one bay kind of further toward the far end. So those
You
terminals are, yep. So Rain is at
The
one
one
of
that
them right
Rain's at?
now.
Okay.
Yep. There's one over here. There's one up there. And there's one right there. And you just see like, they're like little, you can see on the map, there's like a little sitting area, couch, little planter sort of a thing for people to maybe hang out on while some kind of calculation is happening in the archives. And then the rest of it all seems very much dedicated to like operating this area. But if there's anything that you would like to do, if you want to check out those terminals, you're welcome to, or we can always just continue and head on to the main server control.
So the raider in me wants to loot all the lockers, but
We are being watched here. The cameras
We
are
are.
back here, and they did say
We
don't
are.
touch anything.
he
No.
says a lot of things, but you pooped in his slippers.
Yeah,
so
but there was no camera.
I take him less seriously. I'm gonna go to.
Is
the
there
server
anything
mode
we can
to
read
look at
on the terminals?
it. Yeah.
That is a great question. So, Rain, which terminal are you at right now?
I'm at Terminal 3.
Terminal 3. Okay. So, I need you to make a history check. Before you do that, you have two checks. Sleight of hand or history. You can pick either one. The sleight of hand check has a DC of 10. The history check has a DC of 12.
I will do the history check.
Okay. And after Rain does this, only 2 of you can try accessing the same terminal. Okay. So after the second try, something will happen. I'm not going to tell you what.
I got a 13.
13, great. As you go up and you kind of fiddle with the keyboard a little bit and punch some things in and try to see if you can get some access here, a file appears on the screen that says, with the title, Instigating Peace Through Systematic Resource Depletion, Department of Meteorology. Abstract. Following a century of steady adjustments to rainfall and evaporation rates, the once mighty Freeton River has been reduced in this region to little more than surface lakes. The result has been a marked reduction in aggression amongst factions. However, it should be noted that the area dubbed by the subjects as Last Tiers has now devolved into near constant warring. And of course, I'm happy to read that again.
So fucked up.
Wow, that's, yeah. Just grappling with an existential crisis at the moment, I believe.
Sure. Yeah. As you reach the end of that abstract, like sort of like a peer-reviewed journal abstract, like from JSTOR in college, right? As you get to the end of that, the screen just like zoop, it just turns off, and you hear Caplan's voice over the intercom go, "Hey, I said don't touch anything."
I told you all.
I was just looking around.
So that one was a successful attempt, and so that's the only person. Soup was the only person who will be able to access that one. But these other terminals are also available if any of you would like to try them.
Elson at this point is pretty focused on, like, I don't know, like, we've already seen what they're capable of. This feels like a very delicate.
But also,
Hey.
I'll point out that Elson just
Elson.
found a really interesting thing back on a previous terminal in Caplan's room. And
Yeah, maybe one of these terminals has more information about whatever you were trying to find.
True.
How many cameras do we see? Is it like cameras all over this place, or is there just one camera?
It's not all over, but there are definitely, like, I would say like 8 cameras in total, sort of like 4 along the ceiling on either kind of side of the room. It's quite a few. If you're trying to get to a spot where one can't see you, I think it's going to be really tough to find that sort of space.
Okay.
Do we have anybody else who's teeing up to try a terminal?
I'm at Terminal 1.
Terminal 1. Okay, so I need you to make... actually, because this is the first terminal, you have no sleight of hand check. You get to just go right to an Arcana check with a DC of 8.
Arcana. I don't have any bonuses. I got my first nat 1. I did not access anything.
As you go to access that terminal, you are like punching some keys in, and it shocks you, and you are going to take 1d4 shock damage. One moment.
I told you all not to touch anything.
But what if there's secrets?
That's weird. It says it landed on 4, but it definitely landed on 1. That was weird. So you're taking 1 shock damage.
Ow! What the French toast is that?
What's toast?
What's
Wait,
toast?
we'd probably know what toast is.
You know what
If
toast
we know
is.
what oatmeal is, we would
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
We
yeah.
know what
Is-
toast
yeah.
is, yeah.
Rain, did yours bite you? Mine bit me.
No, I had no trouble. Just, Caplan yelled at us, but I think that's kind of a given.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk away from this terminal because no.
Would somebody else like to try that one?
Tully's gonna run over there and
Careful, Tully, that one bites.
Right, same thing. You have an Arcana check, DC of 8.
boy. Can't find my cards. There we go. And that's a dirty 20.
Let's go.
Dirty 20.
Nasty filth.
Very nice. A nasty filth. A dirty.
I think that's
20.
the secret. You gotta talk dirty to the dice, not
That's
it.
call it a-
Naughty,
call it a
naughty.
dirty boy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is our Arcana terminal, and you get another sort of journal abstract kind of a thing that pops up that says Magic in Avved, a comprehensive treatise. Author Grant Foxglove. Long has magic permeated Avved, with precious few of those born in this land able to access or utilize it. The concentration of this inestimable power within such a small population has nonetheless proven to be difficult to curtail and corral, resulting in unpredictable variables affecting and impacting sectors from agriculture to technological advancement, resource gathering, and quality of life metrics. The Druid tribes of Oasis are in particular worthy of study, seemingly capable of generating localized meteorological effects great enough to render current evaporation rates useless. In order to bring the influence of magic into standard as a controllable quantity in the region, I believe it will be necessary to... And then the screen goes black. And of course, I'm happy to read any of that again, because again, I went sort of fast.
I think a lot of
Yeah,
it would have been
that's
like kind of over Tully's head, but he was kind of reading it out loud for everyone to hear.
Yep.
I'm gonna be
You
real
want me
and
to-
let you guys know that I did not absorb any of that.
Do you want me to go again?
Please.
Okay. So, Magic in Avved, a comprehensive treatise. Author Grant Foxglove. Long has magic permeated Avved, with precious few of those born in this land able to access or utilize it. The concentration of this inestimable power within such a small population has nonetheless proven to be difficult to curtail and corral, resulting in unpredictable variables affecting and impacting sectors from agriculture to technological advancement, resource gathering, and quality of life metrics. The Druid tribes of Oasis are in particular worthy of study, seemingly capable of generating localized meteorological effects great enough to render current evaporation rates useless. In order to bring the influence of magic into standard as a controllable quantity in the region, I believe it will be necessary to... And then screen black.
Rain, I think you might be in danger reading this. It sounds like they're collecting all the magic users here.
This is I mean, what else? What else can they control? Seems like we have no power over anything that happens in Avved.
We're gonna need to keep her close.
And I'm putting each of these readouts into the Discord for you guys.
I was going to
review.
say, if we could have these
Yeah.
for later, that would be wunderbus.
They're written there. I wrote these in a very like researcher-based tone
Yeah, that
and
was
made
the...
them and made them kind of tough to parse on purpose.
Awesome. I was like, I must be very dumb because I
No,
didn't
no.
understand a goddamn thing.
No, they're very like circumspect. There would be much simpler ways for me to say it, but I don't think this group of people would say things simply.
Yeah. I
It's cool.
mean,
Like it.
not from Oasis, and I'm not a druid, but you know, they'll come for them first, they'll come for me next. So we need to take control. We can't let the High Mind do this to us, to our people.
Ellison's gonna say, well, I guess if we're just looking at terminals here, and he's at data terminal
Yeah, one of us touch the stuff.
One of
Touch
us.
the butt.
One of us
Touch the butt.
Touch the butt.
Touch
Touch
the
the
butt,
butt.
Elson.
Terminal 2, you have either a sleight of hand check of DC 8 or a religion check of DC 10.
Ooh.
I don't think he has very good religion, which is
You're a
weird.
paladin.
What?
Oh, never mind. He has +2. He has
I
+2.
was like, what?
He has +2. I mean, I know, but I thought I thought I remembered reading that he didn't, but maybe I'm clearly just thinking
No,
of
you're
something.
good. You're fine. That would have been funny though.
That would have been funny. Okay, so Dice, you're a dirty, dirty entity. Nope, that is a 6.
Yeah, you get a little, just like a little spark, but not because you didn't get a nat 1. Just a little bit of a spark, a little static shock on your fingers as you try.
Anyone else care to give it a try?
Who's got good sleight of hand or good religion?
I'm gonna look over and be like, I thought you said don't touch anything.
Well, at least I didn't get bit.
Ha!
That's fair. I have neither.
Are we allowed to do multiple ones?
Yeah.
I have a plus.
You just can't have more than 2 people on any one of them.
I have a +2 to religion and +1 to sleight of hand. So like, okay.
Tulliers are.
Wait, what are the DC checks again?
8 for sleight of hand, or I'm sorry, hold on. 8 for sleight of hand or 10 for religion.
Okay. And you said like something happens if we get it wrong twice, or if we try it after. Okay.
If you get it wrong twice, something happens. Though you don't know that.
I could try a sleight of hand. I have +2.
Yeah, just because it's an overall lower DC.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the move.
Okay. I like secrets.
Oof.
What?
No, just 7.
Would you like to use Tides of Chaos and get advantage on that roll?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Do it, Rain.
But what if I roll worse?
Well, it can't
No,
be.
I'll do it.
Whatever
it can't be
happens,
worse.
it's 2. Yeah.
It's always advantage. So if you were to roll worse on the second time, we'll still take the better result.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's try again.
Better. That's
There
all we
you go.
needed.
And we'll handle the wild magic roll here in a bit. Here we go. So as this terminal boots up, the title of your essay says, Agnosticism Accelerating in Draketh, author Waylon Tross. As has long been known to us in the High Minds, the deities of Avved are very much real. Resistant to testing and responding only to the most dire of threats directly, the gods, goddesses, and non-gender conforming beings of this plane seem largely disinterested in the daily happenings of Avved. Since our ascent to the role of overseers and stewards of Avved, a trend away from faith in these deities has been noted. aside from our own in Primus, of course. As we exert greater and more tailored control of various aspects of their lives, the subjects of Avved have, to put it in the vernacular, lost faith. My role in Avved was to determine if this trend could be exasperated by repeated overt declarations of faith and supplication to the gods. Below, you will see trend tables and diagnostic graphs detailing, and the screen goes black. And again, I'm happy to reread that.
Can you reread, like, what did they say the name of their god was, the god that they worshipped?
I'll read that little section.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Since our ascent to the role of overseers and stewards of Avved, a trend away from faith in these deities has been noted, aside from our own in Primus, of course.
In Primus?
Primus.
Oh, just Primus. Okay.
Yes.
Their own faith in that has
Primus.
has not dwindled.
Wavered. Correct.
Wavered, yeah.
Would Elson know who Primus is?
That's a great question. Go ahead and roll religion check, please. Anybody who would like to make that check is more than welcome to do so.
Yay.
Yeah,
I just want to roll.
why not?
I have no plus.
Wow. Fucking A. These rolls are garbage.
I got an 11.
By the way, the DC is 14 on this.
Oof.
15.
Okay.
Nice.
So Tully is the only one, and the only thing that you remember about Primus is that it is somehow related to information. Like it's somehow that it's a god of data, a god of learning.
Elson is going to look over to Lorelia. Ascent to overseers of Avved.
Well,
What does this mean?
well, I mean, you're somewhat well versed in what the High Minds do at this point. They very much are overseers, and to a certain definition, stewards of
Who
this
made
world.
them that?
That's a good question. I guess we kind of made ourselves that.
And where did you come from even? I assume you used to be on the surface at some point.
She raises her hands and kind of shrugs. If we were, it was from a time long before I was born.
What do you know about this Primus?
He's the not everyone in the High Minds is faithful, but there are quite a few people who believe in Primus and sort of seek to please him through
And
their
is that why? And that's why you're collecting all this data, just to appease your god?
well,
Primus is a god of information, so
Does
it makes sense
Caplan
that they would do that.
is Caplan faithful?
I don't really know him.
Oh, that's sure you would know.
Given how fiercely he defended the station and was willing to die for it, I wouldn't be surprised. That was a bit more cavalier than I would have been. But then I was only a junior, staffer level, not at the same tier that he is, I guess.
Mhm.
I'm not really one to put my life on the line for my job.
Elson is taking note of the name of this god, because he's gonna want to discuss this with, the what would you call them? Like the faithful over at his temple.
The flock, the congregation, the clergy.
Yeah, his clergy mates. I have their notes here somewhere. Tosk and Queena.
Yeah,
He's gonna
Tosk
want
and
to talk
Queena.
to Tosk and Queena about this.
Yep. By the way, Tosk was one of the names of one of the Baldur's Gate 3 characters that I played.
Oh,
Oh, I love that.
Little self-insert. All right, we have one more terminal. Do we want to try that one?
Yeah.
Terminal
I feel like we may as well.
numero quattro.
Yeah, might as well.
Which is kind of back down here in the corner. Who would like to take a crack at that one? It is for rolls. Oh, I just opened a folder on my computer. Oops. Sleight of hand 12 or animal handling 14.
Oh,
animal handling.
All right. Tully will take a crack at sleight of hand. Animal handling.
Okay.
Let's do animal handling.
Animal handling? Okay.
Because that seems interesting because it's a computer.
fair.
14?
Yeah, that hits.
Hey.
Well, it hits. You know what I mean. Okay, so evaluating the threat of atypical species in Avved, written by Stellan Wishtov. During my time as a person of some import in Fulguros and Draketh, I have been uniquely positioned to observe the great number of races and species of our local region. Leonin, fearsome anthropomorphized lions, Saruks, a kind of snake person, Kenku, feathered bipeds, and more, all call our segment of Avved their home. And that doesn't go to mention the many variations of humans, tieflings, dwarves, elves, and orcs, to name just a few. While observation from seclusion has the greatest opportunity to record unimpeachable data, my close proximity has, in truth, given me insights I wouldn't trade. Still, my wife... And then the screen goes blank.
They have infiltrated us and are spying on us?
What the fuck?
I don't even know what to make of this.
I feel like it wouldn't be such a huge shock considering we already know that they've been kind of studying us and controlling our
But
weather.
I mean,
and all
before
that.
we just thought they were studying us, but now this is someone who has created a false life in Avved. I think it's just getting deeper and deeper. The conspiracy, but it's not a conspiracy, it's real.
Genuinely, we don't even know now if there's people we're friends with. They're part of the Hive.
True.
Could be anyone.
Could be Aunt Peggy.
No. I mean, she seemed as confused by the sheath as we did, but she could be just faking it. And she'd have to be a hell of a good actor.
I'm gonna say that, judging by all of our reactions to basically everything, I don't really question us, at least.
I appreciate you confirming that you still have faith that we are not part of the High Mind.
Yeah, if any of you were definitely master actors, and I'd honestly have to respect you for it. Because this has been quite earth-shattering news. Well, Avved-shattering. Peggy be...
Peggy be pegging.
Peggy be pegging.
Pegging.
Um,
Is there anything else for us to like kind of investigate while we're in here?
not really. I mean, there's plenty of tech around. That is for sure. If you all want to, actually, yeah, let's do investigation. If we want to roll investigation checks and see, it's a really good idea, Mango. If we want to roll those and see if maybe there's some stuff that you wanted to container capsule.
I don't.
You don't have to if you don't want to, of course.
30,
I'm
20.
just.
Fuck.
Wow, Tully.
Caplan's gonna be yelling at us if we steal things. Oh shit!
Only got a 5.
I got a 19.
I feel like he would have been yelling at us for touching all the thingies, though. Too.
For breathing the air, for
Yeah.
making farts. Yeah, pretty much anything. He's a real stinker.
Making fart.
Making farts. But at least he didn't see Elson poop in his slippers.
So I'll say Tully and Soup for your Tully and Rain for your very good rolls that you just had. You both find, like, I'll say for Tully, you find a roll of like platinum wire.
Ooh.
Okay. And for Soup or Rain, as you are kind of poking through some things, you find just like a little stack of circuit boards.
I don't know what the hell these are, but into the containment capsule you go.
Yeah, we'll also pack mine away.
Claire, if you would like to make an investigation check, we're doing some scrap hunting in this room before we move on.
Okie dokie. My investigation is +0.
And for context for Ari, it's like you start looking around, but there's so much, it's just overwhelming.
Nat
It's like
20?
it's hard to choose.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
For that, you pick up the whole room.
Yeah.
The whole room.
The whole room
Shove
is
it in the container
mine.
Capsule. For a nat 20, you are looking through some of the like storage shelves that you see sort of crowding around the perimeter of the space, and you find oh man, what do I want to do with this? The nat 20 is so good in such a cool place. Oh man,
That's probably one of the best places I could have gotten at 20, honestly.
it really is. It's very good.
You find a clue to the info that you were looking for.
Mm.
Joking.
I don't think I'd be that
That
lucky.
would be too easy. Yeah.
And we're hunting for
Password
scrap,
would
so I
be very
can't.
nice.
I know.
I'm gonna come back with the best stuff for bits and bobs. They're gonna get fucking ice cream and they're gonna get something else.
Wild.
Hey, you're
I
wild.
think you find a container, like a 1 gallon jug of man, should I give that to you? That would be so dangerous.
Give it to me, please.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
The answer is yes.
Why are you questioning?
Now that you said it, yes.
Yep. Shouldn't have said it out loud.
A 1 gallon container of liquid helium.
Yeah. Would I recognize what it is?
For anybody who knows chemistry and physics out there, don't question it. Don't worry about it. Okay, it's fine, probably. Or no, I said helium. I meant hydrogen, liquid hydrogen, not helium.
Oh, you said helium. I was
Yeah, I
excited
did.
for the helium.
Would Elson know what that is?
I think that the graphics that show a very large explosion on the outside of the container are enough to get the point across. Lurelia, as you find this and pick it up, Lurelia is like, what? Okay, cool, into the capsule. Okay, great. Huh.
Does
So
this
you
fit
burn-
into the capsule, or would I need to put this in timber?
You want to put this in the capsule.
Will it fit in the capsule?
It will fit in the capsule.
Okay. Then yeah, I put it in the capsule.
The capsule's a story conveniently sized container.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, how big is the container then? Like what, like size wise? As Elson's like a mug or like
Oh no, I mean it's a gallon, so I mean.
Oh, you
think
said a gallon. Okay,
milk.
so it's like a milk carton. Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
yeah. I think let's take because a couple of us have already stepped away. Let's do a bio break.
Cool.
Yeah. That was a cool segue. Nice job, the Wilds.
Nice job, DM.
It's gotta
Watch
pat
him start
myself.
calling himself Daddy DM now.
I would
Nice job,
never.
Daddy
Oh my
DM.
god. So as you finish, collecting some scrap, and of course, over the loudspeaker, as you guys are grabbing all this stuff and putting it in capsules, Caplan's like, "Okay, cool, I guess. Thank you for stealing in front of everyone." And then the intercom dies out. But as you finish up and you're heading toward the far end, there's a door with another one of those big glowing red idlings, labels, whatever you want to call it, indicators. It says main server control access. And as that door slides open, it opens up into a long hallway lined yet again with white panels. Not exactly creative decorating. It's probably about 60 or so feet long. And there's another door at the far end that, as you make your way down the hallway, opens up into a square room. Wires cover the floor. They circle the walls, entering into access ports, holes, and then snaking their way out of some other opening at another place in the room, all connecting and weaving together until they arrive like strands of hair into a single podium-like terminal in the middle of the room. The lighting is a low red, softly pulsing almost like a heartbeat. Caplan's voice comes back over the intercom here. It's almost muted by comparison to what it was in the archive. Great, you're here. Access the main server control panel. You'll see a bunch of data and statistics appear. Just punch in whatever temperature you want to be the new average, and there's a slider for precipitation in inches per month as well. Then, kindly come back up here and leave.
I wouldn't even know what.
Where to start?
Yeah. What we
There's
should do.
like a main terminal right in the middle of the room. And this is all theater of the mind, right? Like I didn't make a map for this part.
Yeah. I think maybe Aurelia, you're kind of the expert on this. What do you think we should set it at?
Well, it's been a while since I've looked at this kind of. I don't even know what it's currently set at. And she walks sort of through kind of weaves through the group and walks over to this terminal. The terminal is facing the doorway that you entered, and so she sort of rounds around it, walks up a couple of steps onto this like little platform, and kind of like waves the group over. Who, if you want to walk over there and kind of see what she's seeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's the screen itself is just a pale blue. Think like Windows blue, right? And a graph appears on the screen. Points of data sort of arrange themselves into a line graph. And the first one shows just a simple XY axis with daily lows and highs spread out across a tiny representation of your, this region of Avved, this area. Over on the left-hand side, go ahead.
Oh, when you say this region of Avved, do you mean like this whole map or just the region around the station?
The whole map.
Okay.
Yeah. Over on the left-hand side of the graph, you see a little calculation happens, and then it says current average low 33 degrees. Current average high, 104 degrees.
What is the precipitation's just at like 0?
You haven't gotten there yet. It looks like the
Okay.
temperature thing is the first thing you've got to punch in before it'll let you go on, so to speak.
So the
So,
average high is what again?
104 degrees.
104.
Wow.
And we would like understand.
Yeah. I think you've got those units.
Okay.
I think you have those measurements. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So just above freezing during the night. Again, typical, harsh desert that gets super cold at nighttime because there's nothing to retain heat. And then during the day, just hot as all get out because of the sun blazing down on the sand.
What do you guys think a good temperature would be to set for the average?
I feel weird making these decisions. It's like we're playing God now instead of the high mind.
As do I.
I feel weird about it, but we have a chance to make everybody feel more comfortable.
I think that we shouldn't go too crazy if we were to change it. Going from 104 to say 75 or 80 may be a shock to everyone.
As soon as these get punched in, does it go, like, will it take effect immediately?
I don't think we know.
Are you asking Lorelia, or are you trying to talk to Caplan?
I'm asking Lorelia.
Okay. Lorelia says, I would assume, and I don't know for sure, because something this fundamental of a change isn't something that was in my purview. I was always in like really detailed like precipitation stuff, in very controlled areas. So, but my assumption would be that this would be the kind of thing that would take probably a month or more or longer to sort of like slowly change. The changes would probably begin right away, but it would be incremental, I would think.
Well, if that's the case, we probably could go lower with the average, since it won't be a shock to the system right away.
Mm-hmm. So what are we thinking for the high?
I think the high should be 80.
The average high be 80? Fair.
I'm good with that. I mean,
That was
even
about what I was thinking, 80 to 85.
Yeah, even if it is gradual, we've adapted over the last however many years to live in a desert. It would take a lot to drastically change it down. Or, you know what I'm saying.
So we're saying a new average high of 80?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm assuming too, because the average is 104, that there had to have been days that we had like 80s also.
Yeah, probably on occasion.
What was the low set at?
The current low is set at 33 degrees.
Fuck that.
Yep. 71 degree temperature swing between the night. And
See,
the
this
day.
is fun.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is funny because all 4 of us are Californians.
Yeah,
so
true.
we're like,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
No.
So,
I feel like we would be
yesterday?
giving different answers if we were not.
We totally would. We totally would.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Wilds is just like, that's today.
Mhm.
Literally, it was the high today here was 35. So
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Parm says 30 is heat wave.
yeah, no kidding. It was a brisk -1 this morning with a high of 35 earlier. So tomorrow is 23 to 33.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever experienced anything below 25
Are you serious?
in my life. Yeah, in my
I
life.
have.
It
Well, I
during,
was in
during
Kentucky for holidays last
Mhm.
year, and it snowed, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cute! It's snowing!" And I went outside to go walk in the snow,
Yeah.
and immediately was like, "I miss California."
Yeah.
I had
Yeah,
to go
during
back in.
during the winter in northern Indiana, it routinely gets down to like -10. I mean, that's like
I don't think I've ever experienced
crazy.
negative.
Yeah, I've never
temperatures,
experienced
but
negative
definitely
temperatures.
You're
0.
not missing out on anything.
I mean, it's not fun.
Yeah.
But we also don't have scary spiders or scorpions here or earthquakes. We don't get hurricanes. No forest fires yet. And yeah, other than that, I'll take the -10.
Y'all get tornadoes and ice storms.
We don't in northern Indiana, not so much tornado. Really, in Indiana proper, not many tornadoes. It's pretty uncommon. We're on like the very cusp.
Well,
of
so
finding
are earthquakes. We don't get earthquakes that commonly either.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that depends on where you live, because at
In
my
Cali.
parents' place
Mm.
in Hollister, because they live on a fault line, they had an earthquake every day for like over a week while I was out there for Thanksgiving. They're minor, but
Yeah,
it
I was
is
going to say they're
scary.
not very intense.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
minor one. You eventually you just don't even notice the minor ones
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say eventually you don't notice it when it's -10 degrees outside, but you do.
Say that seems a little different.
It's different. But sorry,
I'm fine
coming
setting
back.
a low at like 50s. What are we thinking?
Mm.
I'm thinking
I
like
don't know.
55.
I was thinking
50,
I was thinking
70.
40s, like 45.
You
Yeah.
still want it to be that
45.
cold? Oh,
We
it's,
don't-
it's the average. So
Yeah.
it could actually
Yeah.
be a little bit higher and a little bit
Yeah.
lower.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'd say that like 40 to 80 is a decent range. A 40
Mhm.
degree swing isn't that bad, and it's keeping
Especially when you're
everything
used to like a
relatively,
70-degree swing at night.
Yeah, and also too, I mean, like they were doing 30s in the desert with no vegetation to like block things like the wind and
Right,
stuff like that.
right.
Like
Fact.
obviously dropping this down and then upping the precipitation, like that's going to make this more lush and verdant. Like I think that the 40 degrees in the forest isn't the same as 40 degrees in the desert.
Correct.
Yeah.
True.
That's a fair point.
So I think 40 to 80 is fair with like a
Mhm.
decent amount of precipitation.
Okay.
Good on
Yeah.
40.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
So up 5 degrees.
Up 7 from the low and down 24 from the high.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Lorelia punches those numbers in, and you see like those data points begin to like flicker and flash and reorient, and dots just start to like go crazy all over this graph as things like begin to fluctuate, and then that like minimizes into a small window in a corner, and another graph appears much larger that shows the current precipitation rate. And you see that it is indicated at 0.3 inches per month.
So this one we can't up very
Jesus.
high right away because we've been lacking precipitation. The last thing that we want to do is flood.
But we also won't get a chance to come back.
Right.
True.
The change in temperature will also affect the, like, evaporation and just,
Mm-hmm.
I think having lower temperatures will make us lose less water
True.
also.
It doesn't need to be super high.
This part I have less knowledge of.
Yeah, I'm very anxious
Yeah.
about this one.
It's also too because California and because an inch of rain or whatever in a day
Mhm.
can cause flooding on some of the freeways because we
Mhm.
don't have very good
Right.
drainage.
So if you want to know, a deciduous forest, like a typical like hardwood forest, that sort of biome gets between 30 and 60 inches of rain per year.
Wait, but you said per month. It's currently
Yeah.
set at 0.3 per month.
Per month,
Okay.
which is about 4 inches of rain per year.
Wait, 4 inches of rain per year
Right.
Is what
is
it
what we're
currently
set at currently. Okay.
3.6 is what it really is.
For reference, Los Angeles gets 12 to 14 inches per year.
Do you want to set it to California weather?
Did
You're
we?
setting it to California
Probably
weather.
like, I was thinking like
An inch a
3 to
month?
4 a month.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
So
So
about
that's
like 40 per year.
That is a
40
lot of
40 to
rain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
And
Counterpoint,
we have
counterpoint,
nothing
it's
but
not.
desert.
Oh,
Oh, really?
Okay, to us Californians,
yeah.
Yeah, to you guys,
But
it is.
I mean, we're trying to grow. We're trying to grow
Yeah.
a forest, a whole new biome here. So I feel like that is a good amount.
Yeah.
You know.
I
You're
see.
right.
So I'm just thinking of the absorption rate of the current desert area and whether
Yes,
or
a full
not,
flood.
Mhm.
yeah, it would just completely flood.
But it's not as though you're going to get all 40 inches of that in 1 month, right?
Right.
True.
You know, you're
Yeah.
gonna get 3.5 inches of rain.
It is
in
still
a
going to
month.
be gradual.
It's going to be
Okay.
gradual.
Yeah, and I think, you know, there obviously the last tiers used to be a river, as we just found out. So there's like I feel like
Riverbeds.
the rain would like naturally go to where it
Mhm.
used to be at
Mhm.
some point.
Okay.
Yeah, riverbeds
So-
don't go anywhere, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're on the right track with like 3-ish a month.
Yeah.
Want to say 36 inches then? Just 3 per month?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Easy
Yeah.
math.
Yeah.
Per year, 3 inches per month. Okay, you punch that in. Lurelia punches in. You kind of watch over her shoulder as she does it. And you see, again, this graph just like freak out for a moment as like this huge increase. Because you're increasing it by, I mean, 1,000%.
Mhm.
Or 100, not 100, yeah, 1,000%, right? Off the top of my head, I think that math is accurate. It's
We just
it's a
moved the decimal point.
right. It's a significant change, right? And that window eventually like minimizes as well, and you see this like very very briefly on the screen a little representation of like again this general area of Avved and like some like temperature bar graphs like kind of like come up and they start like elevating and dropping, and you see like some projections happening. You see more rainfall begin to happen, and then the lights in this room flash green, and then the terminal locks. The light around you that was pulsing red is now pulsing green, but it's beginning to speed up. There's a humming sound that begins to emanate from around you, like some great fan has just turned on somewhere. Caplan's voice comes over the intercom. Yippee, you did it! Royer, hey, make sure to have Atmos sensors primed. The temps are going to start sliding and precipitation's going to go up quite a bit. We'll need to record everything. And send an alert to Societal Studies Department. Somebody should know that the weather's changing over there, okay? Hey, please come back to the front. The elevator's almost done being fixed, and then you can leave. And I can change the access parameters, and we can start logging data. Great. Cool. Bye. And the intercom goes dead.
I looked it up and we made Portland, Oregon, by the way.
Oh,
We
yeah.
just did. Yeah.
Let's go.
It is
We
exactly-
made
I love
Portland.
it.
Wow.
It is
You know,
between
I do-
40 and 80 degrees and 36 inches of rain. That is
I
at
do-
least-
I do feel like if we added Indiana to California, we would get Oregon.
Yeah, that's kind of fair.
That's fair.
So I think
Yeah.
we did it.
We
Yeah.
just made
Damn.
Portland.
We
So
won.
the next episode is called Portland. We're going to start
Portlandia.
it called Portlandia. What lurks beneath
Port Leved.
Port Avved?
So Lorelia kind of looks around at all of you and flashes a big grin and gives double thumbs up. We changed the weather.
We did it.
I don't know what to expect, but
I won't.
Yeah.
I won't feel like we're successful until we're out of here, and even then, I just don't trust them. I hope you're right.
I'm right
though.
there with you.
That's a given.
Also,
Plus, we
we'll
have
start
more
heading out.
questions that need to be answered.
Also, start heading out. Sorry, what did Mango say?
I said, plus we have more questions that need to be answered.
Yeah. We got
So many.
a thimble full of answers and a bucket load of questions, that's for sure.
And a
But-
squirrel mouth full of questions.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nothing in the squirrel butt.
no. As the group heads out into the hallway, that green light kind of pulses behind you in the main server control room, and you make your way back down toward the archive. You see that on this side, those like display names above the various areas are green. As you're heading this direction, they were red headed toward the server control, and now they're green. And so it just says, archive above that next hallway. And you're probably like halfway down the hallway or so, when you feel your feet begin to like vibrate. The panels beneath your boots begin to shake, and then you hear a whooshing sound from behind you. You look back and see the panels at the server control room door begin to drop away. And the panels ahead of them, rippling toward you more and more, begin to plummet into blackness. Everybody make an athletics check.
Holy Jesus.
Christ, I knew this wasn't going to go smoothly.
Athletics.
No.
Oh, fuck.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
Natural one.
21.
I got a nat
Oh.
one too.
Oh my god.
I got a
With my
5.
+4 to athletics. What the?
So,
What the
what did Claire get? What did Elson get?
21.
And Soup?
A 5.
A 5. Okay, so it's actually good enough. I only had the DC at a 5. So the Tully and Rain, as you both begin to turn to run, you both trip. And so much like in the Hex, when we had the ability for somebody to go and grab them and like drag them forward through the Hex to help them escape, we have that exact same opportunity here. So Elson and Soup, I need you to make an athletics check, or if you would like to make an acrobatics check, that's up to you.
Wait, just
Or-
to clarify, it's
Oh.
Tully and Airy that tripped, correct?
Tully and Airy, yes. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I will do acrobatics.
I will do athletics. That is a 17.
Oh my god.
Let's go!
Yeah.
You
Oh my
grab,
gosh.
both of you grab underneath the armpits of Tully and Airy and drag them back to your feet. And both those rolls are more than good enough. You are all sprinting toward that archive door. As you begin to run, those panels continue to drop. Whatever Gambit, they started it too late. You were too far down the hallway for whatever these people were trying to do, and you're able to make it to the far side before those panels catch up. But
nice try.
as you look back,
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
you see Lorelia lagging behind.
No.
Over your time together, Lorelia is taken to falling into a place behind your group, letting the rest of you take the lead as you traveled, and in this moment where that tendency has finally caught up to her, you see her trip and crash to the ground, sliding, her cheek slicing against one of those panels. Blood begins to pour, and all as though in slow motion, she looks up at you and reaches out 20 feet away, but you're simply too far. And you watch as the panels fall out from underneath her, as she looks into all of your eyes and just says, "Please." And then she's gone.
Lulu, no.
Oh.
And that's where we'll end for today.
No.
God damn.
Wait, Pascal doesn't have like a grappling hook or something he can shoot
What
from his
the
Pascal
chest?
does not have a grappling hook, no.
Ah.
No words.
I think we're all just standing there, mouths agape, like, what? Reaching, trying to save her too, but we know we're too far.
Good session.
Oh, yeah, great.
And now we have to wait a month.
Damn.
Damn it. Shit.
I worked so hard on so many occasions to make sure that I just like mentioned that she was, oh yeah, she's back behind you guys. She's walking behind you.
That was good.
Pour one out for Lorelia.
Pour one out for Lorelia. Rest in peace, Claude and Lorelia.
Do we know for a fact that she's dead, or is this one of those we don't know what she fell into because it was just a black abyss?
I guess you don't know for sure, but she seemed pretty terrified.
To be fair, I would be terrified falling into a black abyss as well.
Same.
Yeah.
True.
Pretty scary.
Okay.
Pretty scary stuff.
So the whole weather control panel room just disappeared.
No, the hallway that you were in between it and the archive.
That fell out.
The panels in that hallway fell out from underneath your feet.
Okay, so there's no longer we walked back towards the archive, so now we could not.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Just wanted to make sure.
Could not go back to the control room.
Got it.
Does this fuel Elson's fire more for the hatred he has?
So does this mean
yeah.
our planet is just hollow?
I don't think it means your planet's hollow. I hope not. I hadn't planned that.
No
Yeah,
more people or
Caplan
anything?
absolutely knew that was going to happen. So, and was I think operating on the assumption that, oh man.
For a
But you shit
second,
in
I
his
thought
slippers,
because
so
that's true.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
he
shit in
found
his
some
slippers.
shit in the slippers. Maybe have you not shit in his slippers?
Oh, I think
But he didn't see that. He didn't know that.
see it. Yeah, he doesn't know.
He
If there's no
could have
camera.
gone to his
That's
room.
true.
He could have gone to his room.
I'm so sorry. Shitters.
Shitters.
Yeah.
Slippers.
Into his shitters. Yeah. Well, I mean, that tells me enough that we're getting back to the elevator is probably going to be a hostile environment as well. So.
What?
Yeah.
What?
gotta be ready
Yeah.
to fight.
Yeah.
Do you think so?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, good. I was hoping
Yeah.
to kill Caplan.
Well,
so.
if it's not going to be, Elson's gonna make it.
Yeah. Elson's
Along
going to
with the
make
rest
it.
of us.
Very true.
Elson's already super pissed off, and now we lost Lorelia. So I feel like all of us probably have a feeling or a sense of like, you took our friend.
Mhm.
Yeah, true.
who has helped us throughout this journey, and now you must pay.
Yeah,
True story.
I am an Oath of Vengeance paladin, so.
Mm.
And I also found out that Ekosh, or that Caplan is doing some dealings with some people, which has that was already enough for me to want to kill him on the way out. So this was just like
Boom.
more icing on the cake, really.
Yeah, more bait in the hook. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
more bait in the hook for sure.
Yeah.
More shit in the slippers.
The next session, more shit in the slippers.
More shit in the slippers.
The next session I have on the calendar is January 2nd. Are we
We can
all?
talk about it after.
Uh,
We should probably talk about the scheduling and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we probably
Yep.
should.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Awesome.
thank you, everyone. I guess.
Holy guacamole!
It's
I
awesome.
guess I know. I don't feel nice,
I know.
but
Uh,
I think that was the purpose.
Not to plug myself too hard, but you boys an affiliate now.
Heyo! The Wilds is an affiliate. Go give him a follow.
So if you aren't following, when's the next time I'll stream?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Someday.
A time.
I enjoy your painting streams. I enjoy that
Aw.
chill.
Yeah, that is a
like,
nice
your
lurky
painting
vibe while I nap.
stream.
Yeah. So if you're not following, do it again. At some point, I'll stream another painting stream or do something else, and it'll be a good time. I've been having so much fun
Yeah.
making emotes for my channel and stuff, which is just like the goofiest thing. And then also trying to figure out how to do channel point rewards, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh,
But
that's
I
the
will-
fun
Still
part.
barely know how to. do
Yeah,
that.
I'll figure it out at some point, I guess. But
Have fun with it.
I'm sure you can ask any of us, and we can help you.
Oh, yeah.
you
Question.
better believe it for sure.
Yeah, mix it up, bot. Amazing.
Yeah, mix it up is the best. I use it
Houses
for everything.
with mine. Mhm.
Definitely gonna have to check some stuff out. But thanks for everybody who tuned into those streams, by the way, and just helped me kind of get over the finish line. It's mostly just so I can do fun stuff when I do extra live streams. So
Oh, yeah.
thanks for helping make that happen, everybody.
Hell yeah. Real happy for you. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Ready.
Woo. Big
All right.
win.
Well, thanks everybody.
Appreciate y'all. I guess that's our last session for 2025. Yay. But also
Oh my
sad.
gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're watching the VODs, we'll see you in the episode
See you
9.
next year.
We'll see you next year.
Next year.
And also
you
happy
next year.
holidays. We hope you have a wonderful holiday, Christmas season with your loved ones. We hope that our beloved Scraptics can find a way to to celebrate the season despite these tragic circumstances. Merry Shitmas, as Elson would probably say.
Oh, it would have been fun to have like a holiday episode.
Well, Mango, if it makes you feel better, for our session next week on Lost Mines, I have some holiday stuff planned, so don't you worry.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, I guess so. Wild's just plugged. Put in the chat. So if you want to watch the YouTube VODs, you can go follow on my channel. So we have the live streams on Fridays. And my goal is always to post them on Sundays. I should be able to do that without issue this week. So this will be posted on Sunday. And there's also a link to the most recent VOD in there if you would like to watch it. And to further plug myself, like I just mentioned, I am doing a longer form campaign myself as a DM. We're doing Lost Mines of Phandelver, which is a D&D like official module. I'm not creative and advanced enough yet to do my own homebrews. I'm not as good as Wilds. But we're having fun with that. Mango is one of my players, along with another host of characters. It's pretty much my mods. It's pretty much my mods in Wombat. Like that's the party. So if you want to watch that, those will start posting to my YouTube as well. So if you like D&D,
Nice.
there's lots of D&D. Doing so much D&D, I love it.
Watch the VOD. Share the VOD.
Watch the VOD, share the VOD.
Share the VOD.
Share it with your friends.
slippers.
The VOD.
Shit in slippers.
Shit in the slippers.
Shit and slippers.
Hell
Safe
yeah.
word stew.
Safe word stew. Heyo. Oh man, this is I can't believe I have to wait a month. All right. Well, any last lingering thoughts from anyone before we say goodbye to our respective chats, and then I guess we'll debrief at the end of stream.
Debrief.
All
I
right.
have a 12-hour birthday stream on Monday.
Yay!
Catch me there. I will be doing some of the stuff in Expedition 33 that I have yet to complete.
Yes.
Stuff in exploration. And one very huge fight that I did not complete that I will not name because I don't know who has yet to discover this person.
I am so ready to watch it. Mango watched me do that fight, and it was great. I screamed.
Simon says fight.
Simon says fight.
Fight.
We will see how that goes. And then I don't know what else is happening besides that. I do, however, have an idea since I will be streaming for 12 hours. I have an idea for all of you Arc Raiders fans where I'm thinking of doing it's not necessarily a competition. I just thought it would be something fun where myself and 2 other people will just drop into a location completely naked, no shields, no
Oh my god.
like guns or anything, and the challenge will be to find a weapon and
Oh, that sounds fun.
like navigate that
Damn.
way and see who can do it first.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
A very chaotic run. So I'm not sure the logistics of it yet, but I may do that on Monday as well because it just sounded so fun to do.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Hell yeah.
Totally open lobbies, anyone that wants to join. And then if I have more than 2 people that want to join, then I'll just rotate people out. But yes, Monday.
Mango's getting naked.
Mango Monday.
Mango's getting naked for her birthday.
Yay.
Mango will be in her birthday suit.
Yay!
Oh.
What time does stream start on Monday, Mango?
That's a good question.
I'm thinking 11 a.m.
Okay.
So 11 a.m. to 11 p.m.
Cool. Perfect.
Mhm.
Anything else from Super Odin? Any stream content updates? Nothing?
I'm trying to survive the holidays.
Yeah,
So,
I feel you.
Streams have been
Respect.
sporadic this month. Yeah.
I feel y'all. All right. Well,
All right.
But,
We can debrief-
Marvel Rivals is all I've been playing.
Marvel Rivals.
Yes.
Hey.
Do it.
All right.
All
Well,
right, I'll catch you guys in Discord for the
catch you
debrief.
in Discord. All right.